This film is very much my tempo and always will be. It's one of the very best films I've seen for a long time. This will be in your top 50 list for all-time best films. Hello guys, welcome to Smiles and Cries, where I review films. Today's offering is Whiplash. Now what a year 2024 when this little puppy came into our lives. Whiplash is a monster of a film, paced with kinetic energy, a juice that comes alive and that moves like its own jazz piece. It's sensational stuff, my friend. I remember my nephew and my son kept going on about this film. They told me of its brilliance, and after finally snaring my interest, I settled down to see what all the fuss was about. And there it was, in all its mystique. The talk was backed up to the hill. This was an energetic film about music, passion, sacrifice, and the very fine line between excellence and excess. Whiplash is exactly why films are made. It's powerful, moving, scary, gripping, thought-provoking, and even exhausting and inspiring at the same time. It's just intense. Background to Whiplash was just a short film that Damien Chazelle wrote and directed in 2013. The short was well received and even won the jury award for Best Short Film at the Sundance Film Festival. Now, the success of the short helped Chazelle secure the opportunity to expand the story into a full-length feature film. So the story is about a promising young drummer who enrolls at a cutthroat music conservatory where his dreams of greatness are mentored by an instructor who will stop at nothing to realise a student's potential. The drummer's played by Andrew Newman, who does a fantastic job as this ambitious young jazz drummer in pursuit of his goals to reach to the very top of his musical game. The teacher, Terence Fletcher, is an instructor known for his terrifying teaching methods, but it's when their paths collide that the young man's life will be forever changed. Andrew's passion to achieve perfection quickly spirals into obsession as his ruthless teacher pushes him to the brink of his ability and his sanity. Look, he's a first-year jazz student who wants to become the next jazz legend, and he's willing to go through the pain needed to become just that. In this film, you'll be immersed in a world where the classroom is a battlefield, and dropping a drumstick feels just as devastating and crucial a moment as a grenade falling between your feet in a war film. Damien Chazelle explores how much greatness is worth in Whiplash and manages to capture terrific performances in one of the best films of the year, in one of the best films for a long time. This is a rare treat, combining remarkable acting, music and energy, and twists that will follow you out of the theatre. Now, one of the most intense and famous scenes in the film features Fletcher screaming at Andrew, "Not my tempo, not my tempo, not my tempo." The scene is so memorable that it's become a widely recognised quote and meme from the movie. Chazelle actually came up with the "not my tempo" line based on his own experiences with music teachers and their exacting standards. There simply are not enough superlatives to describe the amazingness of this film. Whiplash is a masterpiece personified. Chazelle has crafted not just a tense dramatic piece of cinema, but a thematic experience with layered subtext. Andrew, the college student who simply wants to be the best drummer. Terence Fletcher, a renowned teacher at said college. This is a brutal character study, absolute savage. It's about Fletcher as much as it is about Andrew, and the psychological battle and the consequential emotional turmoil that follows. The strive for perfection amidst the continuous passion that elevates Andrew as a person, and how Fletcher uses his passion in an attempt to obtain the perfect musician that Andrew hopes to be. This is a film where you have the strive for perfection amidst the continuous passion that elevates Andrew as a person, and how Fletcher uses his passion in an attempt to obtain the perfect musician that Andrew hopes to be. And the struggle for perfection is difficult in any profession, and there is no right or wrong way to achieve this. But the question is there a line between gently pushing someone towards a goal or inflicting emotional torture upon them? This is a theme that the film dives into, both size nines. Now you can see it jumping off the screen. The internal struggle in Andrew is excellently conveyed. You can see his passion seeping through the blood, sweat and tears, and yet mentally unable to cope with Fletcher's methods. A very simplistic story, but executed with such ferocity and such intelligence that it just feels fresh and real. Fletcher is both complicated and terrifying simultaneously. He deserved every award for this film. Look, I can talk about Whiplash forever. It's a masterpiece, a toxic mix of perfection, ambition and hubris meeting in a perfect storm. What I love about the film as well is some of the most intense moments were actually improvised, including the famous scene where Fletcher throws a chair at Andrew. The spontaneity of these moments added to the film's raw emotional power and made the tension between the characters feel all that more real. Whiplash is a film that stops at nothing, and it's one of the best films I've seen in years, and I would say watch it without hesitation. This is a film that resonates on every single level, and every single moment seems to count in the film. There's tension-laced moments which will have you looking through parted fingers. The film will feel stifling and stressful at times, but it brilliantly delves into the psychological richness of what happens when an ambitious young person in a prestigious environment meets a demented and volatile instructor. This film is very much my tempo, and always will be, as one of the very best films I've seen for a long time. This will be in your top 50 list for all-time best films. So I implore you, go out and watch it today. You will not be disappointed. But let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm off to get a cup of tea, and I'll see you for the next review. Cheers.